Right, guys, it's the morning of the 14th of July, Challenge July, here in this house in Bulgaria. And we've got kind of another challenge, which is harder than a couple of the other challenges. Right, first off, the money challenge, we're kind of bang on €5 a day, or €1 over at the moment. On €71 after 14. This on day 14. So we're just about on target there for the. I might go over it actually because I'm running out of supplies like food, but that includes. I mean, I've got food for the next 2 eating days at least. I got a rotisserie chicken um, yesterday, or was it the day before? Can't remember. No, it might have been yesterday for today. Yeah, because I haven't had any of it yet. Yeah, so I bought a rotisserie chicken yesterday. Um, I'm not kind of thinking straight because I opened the chicken up, but it wasn't for me. I gave some to the cat. So I was getting mixed up for a second there. I thought, have I hadn't seen some of that? I remember opening it up and getting some off it, but no, no, it's for today. And I'm just going to split it up actually now and make a soup. I fancy a nice homemade chicken soup with the carcass, so I'll split it down into sections now. Still 3/4 of an hour to go to 8 o'clock, which is 36 hours. So that's a seventh fast, and there's 8 to go. I thought there was only 7 to go, but it's 8. I've just checked on the calendar. So after I do the next one tomorrow, we're on the home run then, cruising, and feeling okay. I get a bit of it's a bit of a drag more than anything. It's not the hunger. I can cope with that. It's just a bit of a drag, especially in this heat, because I can't move around much either. Even on eating days like today, it was 35 yesterday, and so we've been about a week into the heat wave. This is the other challenge, which I wasn't bargaining for, and we've got another week ahead. Apparently, of higher temperatures, which is going up to 37, 38. So, not really looking forward to that. The only thing, the saving grace, if anything, here in the mountains is it gets cool. It's nice and cool now. It gets cool during the night because we're up at altitude, about 600 meters. So that's one plus. Um, but it's getting hot in the daytimes now, and it takes longer and longer each day for the house and everything to cool down because it's getting the residual heat now. Like the stone walls, they'll get warmer and warmer as each searing hot day um, comes along. And the other challenge of uh, the technology, that the internet shut down and all that's easy. That's easy. We're doing that, no problem. But yeah, so it's all good. So that's four challenges all in one. One of them was unexpected, the heat challenge, but we're coping all right, So that's the challenge report, and the fasting. I've got a few ideas on the fasting. I've done alternate day fasting, and it kinda is a drag. And what you're doing as well is you're doing the hardest day every other day of an extended fast, what they call an extended fast, which is probably anything more than 24 hours starts becoming extended fast. So I'm doing the 24 hours and then adding another night onto that. And the first day, like, if you listen to a lot of fasting narratives on the YouTube and when they do like 1, 2, 3, 4 days, 5 days, the most I've ever done is 3, and that's enough for me. I wouldn't want to do any more than that. But so anyway, so I'm doing the hardest day, which they all say, like, that's the other thing I was going to say. Most of them say the first day's the hardest, you know. So I'm doing that every other day, in effect. And I wouldn't say it's not really that hard. I mean, because I do intermittent fasting almost every day anyway. So it's not the hunger, it's just the dragging of the time, you know. And I'm doing it for a whole month, so that's even more to kind of it's on your mind all the time, obviously. And I also struggle to try and eat more on eating days like today. I don't eat that much more than I normally do on an intermittent fasting day because I can't. I'm trying to force myself to eat something just before the fast starts at 8 o'clock in the evening, and I'm kind of struggling really to have any sort of a decent meal anyway. I usually have like an omelette or something like that because the eggs they satiate you for a long time. So my thoughts are, if I'm going to do any more challenges, I'll probably do a 2-day fast. Because right now, the second day, I'm starting to feel lighter and a bit like bit better. So if I do a 2-day fast and then have like 3 or 4 eating days, but intermittent fasting on them days, like the first day I could possibly have breakfast and then do intermittent fasting for 2-3 days and then another 2-day fast, and I think that would be less of a drag, and I think it could be better as well, because after 36 hours your autophagy really kicks in then, so that could be a better idea. We'll see about that. And I've been looking at the sardine fast and the egg fast. I don't think I'll do the sardine fast, although I could swap out the sardines for trout. They're very similar fish. So, and probably the trout here are better because they're fresh. They haven't been sat in a tin in seed oils, So the trout could be better for the 3-day fast, because I know where they're from. They're from up in the mountains, So it could be an all-round better proposition, and I could easily do the trout for 3 days because they're not that kind of fishy type of thing, which is sometimes it's not very pleasant in the morning, if you're not in the right mood. I've got to be in the mood for sardines, but or I could do the egg diet, which is the same thing. People normally do 3 days eggs, and it's quite similar in the fact that you're just eating protein and very little fat and plenty of amino acids, and that applies to both eggs and sardines. I wouldn't like to say which one's better, but probably fresh eggs. The only thing about sardines is they've been sat in a tin for a while, so eggs, if you get the fresh eggs and organic, or pasture raised. I mean, I can get eggs from the local places here, so that could be better, the eggs. And so I'll have a look at that. 3 days on there, so I could mix it up a little bit then, rather than this drag of 1 day on, 1 day off, 1 day on, 1 day off, which is a bit like it gets a bit tiresome after a while. And I've done 7 fasts now, 36 hours. So after another 8, I mean, that'll be some achievement, I think. Well, for me anyway. So I'll probably do that and break it up a bit. I could easily do 3 days on eggs. I like eggs. I like them even more now on the eating days. I think I'm gonna have a couple of boiled eggs now for breakfast. It's half an hour now. Yeah, so it's going well, and it's all sort of playing into like this road trip. I'll start really looking forward to that, which I am anyway. And I've did a bit of research on the accommodation and things to do and places to see on the route, and I'll do a bit more towards the end of the month. I don't want to get like information overload on the route. But the accommodation's looking okay in Albania and Serbia. About €40 a night, something like that, for 4 people. That'll be an apartment, 2-bedroom apartment. That's what we usually get. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and I'll probably do another couple of river walks with the dog. That was good, that, and it's good for the balance, good for the exercise, and it cools you down in this hot weather. I might go tomorrow and do another one, but yeah. So it's all good, and I've been looking at like what Labour governments have kind of focused on since they've taken over, and I like to give it a little bit of time before I comment on it. But I've kind of spotted a couple of things which I find is a bit like overreaching. When you live somewhere like here, things are a bit more freer and people are left alone a little bit more to do things, like the property improvements and all that. I mean, people haven't got the money here, and if they can improve the property, they will do that and make it warmer and cheaper to heat. They'll do that anyway. You don't have to be told by someone or ordered by someone. So I'll do another video about that, and I'll kind of do it as a comparison to the Free East. They used to call it the Free West, and now it's becoming the Free East. Okay, cheers.